Knowing the game. Lesson 2. Body language. Okay, now listen because this lesson is important and it's all about body language. A person's body language can tell you a lot about how a person feels, but more importantly, how they feel about you. When someone is in your presence and they want to remain in your presence, their body language will dictate such. They will be upbeat and full of energy, shoulders broad and almost always facing you. You will also notice that their arms or legs won't be crossed and their hands won't be in their pockets. This is a subliminal sign that they're open to you and whatever you have planned. Their eyes will light up as you speak and you will receive a smile back from time to time. However, just like you, this individual needs their space. So if you spend all day with them and their posture all of a sudden changes out of nowhere, then that means that you've worn out your welcome for that day. Most of the time it has nothing to do with you. They still like you and enjoy your company. However, the initial shock value of the day may have run its course. Everyone needs their quiet time so they can recharge the battery while they reflect on the pluses and minuses of their day. This is probably why most marriages fail. Well, that and of course the cheating aspect, but we're talking about dating right now, and if you're just getting familiar with the game, then that should be a long way away. Another sign that you should look out for is shortness, especially if the person is naturally long-winded in a conversation. When Mr. or Mrs. blah 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 is suddenly supplying you with just a one-word answer, then it's time for you to exit. Most times if they like you, they will try to bear it for as long as they can so that they don't hurt your feelings by telling you to leave. Let's look at some of the obvious nonverbal communications. For example, folded arms or crossed legs are a sign of disinterest or being emotionally or physically closed off. Whatever you're doing or saying is either boring or making them feel uncomfortable and uneasy. Almost everyone tends to do this nonverbal action subconsciously, so it's your job to be aware of it and make the necessary adjustments. You've also got to learn your boundaries because human beings, especially males, don't always vocalize their emotions. Yes, it is a tough guessing game, but if you have the tools in your mind to read and observe, then you will at least be ahead of the curve. A little. Another subtle action will be when both of you are sitting or standing together. They may be leaning away from you without even being aware of it. This means that something is definitely wrong with the vibe. Find out what that is and change it immediately. And please always be conscious of the shoulder rule, as explained in a later lesson.